What does it mean when we are getting tested from the universe? Or bitch slapped by the universe, as I like to call it. Sometimes when we are doing really well, or when we're succeeding, when we're feeling, fuck knows what's going on with my hair. You can tell I've got a newborn. Yeah, so when we're feeling kind of in a role, flowing in this kind of divine path, sometimes we can get really tested by the universe, and it can appear that we've been like thrown off his path. You'll have to excuse my cat. She thinks she's human. She talks. Yeah, so when we are kind of on our roll, in our flow, sometimes that's when we get tested the most. That's when we get kind of humbled, if you will, or put into perspective, our ego checked. And this is part of our soul's evolution. It's part of what we signed up for in our higher self choices. It's part of our soul growth, soul lessons. But it doesn't mean that it's not difficult to deal with, and it's not like emotionally challenging and physically draining. But we are being tested a lot right now to see whether the things that we have learned, the things that we have like had awareness of, recognition of within ourselves, whether we're actually going to implement that knowledge into reality now, whether we're going to make the changes that we know we need to make, that we've acknowledged need to be made. We have to start actually implementing them into the physical world now. Even if that's just as simple as advocating for your own rights, for your own needs, wants, how you're feeling, and also like putting boundaries in place and, you know, rescheduling plans or making different arrangements because you're not feeling that vibrational exchange at that moment, and you're honouring that need by speaking your truth. Even that can be the small change that I'm talking about in terms of actually implementing a difference so that we're not continuing living the cycles that we're trying to escape and avoid. And then sometimes it can feel like everything's going really well and everything's like succeeding and advancing, and then all of a sudden the universe bitch slaps us back down and puts everything into perspective, humbles us and really teaches us a deep lesson about self, deep self-exploration. They can be really challenging times, but it's about being able to sit with yourself through them times. Sit with yourself and look at what's being brought up. Look at what you're being shown. I believe that we're always being given reflections as well from other people, of ourselves. So if you're getting extremely triggered by someone or someone's behaviour or actions, have a look at where that's reflecting on your own and what it's trying to teach you on how you behave and how you choose to act to others. As harsh as it can be to face that reality, that's obviously the experience and the lesson that you've called in at that time. So instead of trying to do the dance of avoiding it and trying to not face it head on, the best thing we can do is just address it and sit with ourselves, sit with what's been brought up. So in them times of when we're being shown the lessons or being sat back down by the universe and humbled, take time to just process what is being brought up, and don't look at it as a punishment. Don't look at it as something where you can't succeed or you can't get forward. Look at it as growth. Look at it as the fact that you are now being tested so that you can level up. So it's like the end of your test. So you've done all your revision and now it's time to do the test so that you can pass and move up to the next level. So it's all about leveling up in terms of our own healing and our own journey. But again, it doesn't mean it's easy, so just have patience with yourself and communicate with yourself and express what you need at this time.